Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this time I'm going to talk about play around. The reason why I just wanna put this out is because when I vlog about nonetheless, I suddenly mentioned the word play around, and I was wrong with that. I supposed to say play with, because I said that you have to play around with your words. So instead of saying to play around with your words, I should have said to play with the words to make your words memorable and to make your words resonating to people, because that's very important, right? It's like a pep talk or a word of encouragement, something like that. But actually, it's not what I really want to talk about right now. What I'm going to talk about right now is the word play around. So when you say play around, the definition of that is to have sex with someone. So I believe that it's inevitable because we're just human being, and sometimes we can control that, and I'm one of those, of course. But yes, the reason why maybe people are doing that is because of their physical needs, or maybe they cannot find the satisfaction when it comes to romance, when it comes to love making. So that's why they play around. And that is actually happening all over the world. So that's the reason why, diseases are spreading, because most of the people, they don't choose protection on their genitals. So that's why that virus is spread. But yeah, it's actually a wake-up call for most of the people to be careful with when it comes to making fun with or play around with different people, because it's not healthy. And it's better to end that up and rather try to do something new, right? So yeah, so play around is a word that if you're not serious with something, and if you want to venture your life in a way that is kind of risky and not healthy. So for example, if someone likes to go to the bar, and he or she bumps into someone, and then eventually they're going straight to the hotel for them to play around. And unfortunately, that is one of the reasons why some families, or most of the families, um, are broken because of infidelity. And one of the examples of that is my husband's lover. Actually, I'm watching my husband's lover since last week, I think. Yeah, I before I was not interested about my husband's lover because it didn't entice my feeling. But then when I first watched the first episode, then I was thrilled, and it was interesting though, because it actually talks about relationship of heterosexual couple, and eventually um, the guy there fell in love with same sex. So I think it's such a serious issue. I believe that some people will laugh at this kind of situation, or yeah, situation wherein the boy became unfaithful with her wife. So yeah. So why people? What are the reasons why they like to play around? Because of attraction, of course. If someone is attractive, sexually and physically attractive, I believe that you can't avoid yourself chasing after that person, show motivations, and show or act in a subtle way, so that this this one who is chasing will let this person agree with, for example, if this guy proposed something or indicates something sexually, and then if the other guy agreed, then that is the beginning of their infidelity. Because what if they have their, their own lovers, or they have their own families, and then eventually they do that? So I think it's not fun, it's toxicity. So that's why temptation is always around. And I really don't know what are the remedies for that, but if you guys know the remedies, comment down below. And what else? I I think it's not really nice to play around with, with different good-looking people, had babes, had men, because especially if you're committed or married, right? But if you're not married, I think it's okay. It's You can carry on, do whatever you want, have fun with different or multiple partners. But of course, you have to be careful when it comes to, you know, when it comes to having romance with them, or if it is hardcore. So yeah, of course, the most important thing is still to be careful with that. So I just want to point out this play around, so that next time if I'm going to explain things, I already know how to use it. So yeah.
So, in order for you to understand even more the phrasal verb play around, I'm gonna give you five sample sentences. The first one is the girl is playing around with different guys. Suddenly, she ended up being pregnant. Number two, the guy is playing around two pretty ladies. Therefore, one of the ladies stumble upon the other guy is unfaithful. Woman is playing around with rich seniors so she can benefit from them. Guy is playing around with gays so he can support his needs. 5. Teenagers are playing around nowadays because of their likeness to explore new things, and it's normal indeed.